Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Jan Psalms Live Poetry Lyrics. Today I'm going to tell you guys 5 tips on how you can become a successful copywriter in South Africa or anywhere in the world without a degree, guys, without a college qualification. So let's get started. Alright, welcome guys. So just for some context, I am a copywriter in South Africa and I work as a copywriter for one of the biggest banks in the country actually. So yeah, I think I've got some pretty good advice for anyone looking for, trying to figure out what to do with their lives, or if you want to be a writer, if you're here because you want to be a copywriter. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm the standard of success for writers in South Africa, but your girl is doing pretty well for herself. So that's why I'm decided to share how what I think are the 5 tips that can help you become a successful copywriter in South Africa. Okay guys, so tip number 1, find out what copywriting actually is, guys. What is copywriting? Okay, so copywriting is the act of writing words to help a brand sell themselves to the public. So basically, it is writing words that sell on behalf of a brand or a company. What does that mean? Well, as a copywriter, you can be responsible for writing a script for a TV advert. So when you're watching a show and an advert comes on and they're advertising, I don't know, clothes or a shoe brand or a banking brand, whatever it is, the script that the actors are calling out or saying, the dialogue, that has to be written by a copywriter. What you will do is you'll work alongside a team of designers and videographers and strategists and creative directors, and you will be in charge of writing the words along with the storyboard as well. A designer will help you storyboard the concept for that advert, depending on what the client wants you to do or the idea that was approved. That's one form of copywriting. Another form of copywriting can be in the form of a print advert. So a print advert is what you see when you're flipping through a magazine and there's an advert, there's something on there about like a perfume or chocolates, and there's like a cool headline that comes with it saying like, so for example, for a perfume advert, maybe for Coco Chanel, it can be like designed for a woman with class. And those words, a copywriter has to come up with them, and that's how they end up appearing on the adverts. Another form could be on a billboard. Same thing as well, whatever words are on that billboard. For example, for a banking brand, it could be switch to the world's greatest banking app. Those words, a copywriter had to actually write it. Another form of copywriting could be a radio advert. So when you are listening to a show, maybe for example Metro FM or YFM or 947, and an advert comes on advertising insurance, that script, the dialogue, a copywriter had to actually write it. Copywriting can also be what you see on a company's website. So when you go into a company's website, for example, Coca-Cola, whatever you see on that website, whatever the words are, everything on there, a copywriter had to actually write those words. So when you click on the different tabs, the about page, where they tell you about the company, the products and features, all those things, a copywriter had to actually write them, guys. Even this notebook that I have right here, these words on here, the quotes, whatever it is, a copywriter has to write those things. So a copywriter can come in many forms. So that's your first tip. If you want to be a copywriter, find out what copywriting actually is. Okay, we're gonna get into tip number 2. tip number 2 is, find out if you have a passion for words. You can't be a copywriter if you don't have a passion for words. How do you figure that out? Well, for me, I've always loved reading, even in my high school days. I didn't do that well in high school, to be honest. But in English, I was always paying attention. Like, I loved storytelling. I loved everything about grammar and punctuation. Even when I'm watching Netflix, guys, I want to read. Like, I'll put the subtitles on just for Netflix. And if you are like that, that's how you know that you have a passion for words. I write poetry as well. You'll see some of that on my channel as well. And I used to write music as well. So that's me just exercising my love for words. And eventually I found out about copywriting, and that's how I made it my career. So guys, tip number 2, find out if you have a passion for words. Okay guys, now we're gonna get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 may seem obvious, but it's very important. You have to read all the time. If you want to be a copywriter, guys, your job entails reading. Working for a bank, I have to read pricing guides, I have to read the website, I have to read what all the products, the banking products are about, so even when I'm not reading for work, I read for passion as well. Like, I read a lot of books. Right now I'm reading a book called Midnight Library. I know about it because it was recommended by RM from BTS, and I absolutely love BTS, especially Kim Namjoon. So yeah, I'm reading that right now. So my reason for saying that you have to read all the time is because reading improves your vocabulary. It helps you articulate yourself better. It exposes you to the things happening in the world. It expands your mind. Even if you don't read books, but like read articles online, read blogs, read self-help books, read the Bible. Whatever it is, guys, just read all the time. So you don't have to, copywriting can come in lots of languages as well, guys, so not just English. So if you are passionate about your mother tongue, and you're good at writing in your mother tongue, you can be a copywriter for that particular language. So there's copywriting for isiZulu, for Xhosa, whatever it is. In South Africa we have 11 languages, guys. Whatever those 11 languages are, there are always going to be clients and businesses looking to communicate to that market. So if you can command that language and write it really well, you can be a vernacular copywriter, a Portuguese copywriter, a Korean copywriter, whatever it is, guys. There are no limits when it comes to this job. So do find out, do your research, articulate yourself well, teach yourself, and read a lot. Okay guys, now for tip number 4. Tip number 4 is do a short course. So I know I said in the beginning of this video that you don't have to have a degree, and that's absolutely true. You do not need a degree to be a copywriter, but you can do short courses. So Udemy offers a bunch of courses where you pay a once-off license fee, or I think it's a yearly license fee, and you have exposure to all kinds of short courses. To improve your skills in whatever you want to do, even copywriting. There's courses on how to write good headlines for a company, how to think conceptually, how to refresh your punctuation and grammar, whatever it is. Even Red and Yellow and Vega, if you are based in South Africa, they offer short copywriting courses as well. So me personally, I did a short one through a learnership program that I did through a company called Umuzi. They are still around. I will link them down below. And no, this is not a promo for Umuzi, but shout out to Umuzi. They really did hook me up, guys. So what they do at that academy is they recruit young African people, black people, from previously disadvantaged communities who are interested in the world of advertising. and they will take you through a whole yearly learnership that gives you experience with real clients and real brands, where you can learn how to be a copywriter or a designer or a digital strategist or a videographer, and even coding. Now they offer coding as well, and even photography, guys. So if you are interested, I will link it below, and you can get started on your journey to become a successful copywriter in South Africa. Even if you're not South African, guys, take these tips seriously and you can do amazing things from wherever you are in the world. Okay guys, now for the last tip, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is create a portfolio. So yeah, I know you're like, but I don't have any experience, I don't know what I'm doing. That's fine. You can create a portfolio using an existing brand to show how you would advertise that brand if you were working for that brand. So when you go to an interview, you'll go with your CV and your portfolio that shows your creative flair. So for example, if you were to do a script for a TV advert for Nike, for example, right? I would think about Nike's longevity and the fact that they have been around for a long time, but when they advertise and market themselves, it's more than just sneakers, it's a lifestyle, you know, it's inspiration. So I would like do a script where it starts off with a young boy who receives a pair of Nikes from his dad, and the Nikes are with him throughout his life. When he first learns how to ride a bike, when he goes to his graduation, he's wearing these Nikes, and eventually when he grows up and has a son, he gives his Nikes to his son, and those Nikes hold a special place because they tell a story about his journey. And then the slogan or the headline or the concept you can use to sell that script to a client or to Nike would be Nike, yours to wear for life. And just like that, you have an amazing script to go on your portfolio, and you can translate that into a billboard and a print advert. And that's just an example of a portfolio, guys, but a portfolio is very important. It represents what you have to offer as a creative, so do take that seriously. And yeah guys, those are your 5 tips. Let's run through the tips one more time just to help you guys. So the first one, find out what copywriting actually is. The second one, find out if you are passionate about words and writing. The third one, read all the time, guys, read all the time. The fourth one, do a short course, not a degree, not a college qualification, but like even watch YouTube videos. They show you how to be a copywriter, they give you examples. Do Udemy courses. That's the fourth tip. The fifth one, create a portfolio. Work on a portfolio for yourself, showing how you would advertise existing brands, and you'll be on your way to get started as a copywriter. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Next time I will take you through a proper video where I show you how to go through a brief, what it looks like when you receive it from a client, what a brief actually is, examples of different types of copywriting. I'll actually have physical printouts for you guys, and we can work through a brief together. Let me know if this video has been helpful to you, and comment down below how your journey is going. If you need help, ask me questions, and let's bond. I want to get to know you guys. How are you actually? And be sure to join me next time. I'll be doing some life and poetry and lyric segments, but for now I'm out. Thank you so much. Bye.